The movie opens with a haunting voiceover that tells the ancient story of trolls who once lived alongside humans thousands of years ago. These massive beings weren't monsters at all. They were gentle creatures with bodies made of stone and hearts connected to the earth. As part of nature, trolls were peaceful and harmless. The only thing they feared was sunlight, which could turn them into stone. For a long time, humans and trolls lived together in harmony. But everything changed when Christianity spread. Humans began to believe the world belonged only to them, not to trolls. Fear replaced understanding, and people started hunting these innocent creatures. Trolls were dragged into sunlight to be turned into stone, while holy water and church bells caused them unbearable pain. Humans quickly learned how to use these weaknesses against them. This tragic history is something Nora, the main character, heard many times from her father while growing up. He was deeply saddened that humans never tried to protect the trolls. Young Nora made a promise to him. If any good trolls were still alive, she would always help them. Years later, Nora is all grown up. Her father has passed away, and still grieving. She chooses to live alone in the forest, dedicating her life to researching trolls. She once saw one with her own eyes, and now she has no doubt they are real. Her research continues in isolation until one day, a man suddenly enters her house. Instinctively, Nora attacks him from behind. The man turns out to be Chad, the president's personal secretary. He has helped Nora in the past and still works for the government, but unlike most officials, Chad wants to protect trolls, not destroy them. He learned the truth from Nora's father, that trolls aren't evil monsters. Chad reveals a major secret and takes Nora to a hidden government lab. There, they meet Professor Larry, another scientist who has been studying trolls. Inside the lab, Nora makes a shocking discovery. A troll from the Nazi era has been kept there for decades. The scientists named him Jerry. He has been asleep for nearly 100 years. Even worse, Nora learns that researchers have cut off parts of his body for experiments. Furious and heartbroken, she feels deep sympathy for the trapped creature. Using an elevator, Nora reaches the troll's ear and quietly recites a poem to him. Her emotions and compassion awaken something inside Jerry. After a century, the troll opens his eyes. Realizing he is chained and imprisoned, Jerry becomes enraged. He destroys the lab, throwing Nora's elevator down in the chaos. Somehow, Nora survived the fall. Jerry breaks free and escapes into the city, crushing everything in his path. Cars, buildings, and people mean nothing to him. At a nearby party, children are playing when the troll smashes through the roof and grabs them. Unlike the peaceful trolls from legends, this one is extremely dangerous. When Nora and her team learn about the destruction, they decide to intervene. They meet with the president, who orders the troll to be killed immediately. Nora and Chad strongly disagree. Though they accept the mission, they secretly plan to protect Jerry instead of killing him. That's when Captain Chris is introduced. He joins the operation and prepares military helicopters equipped with powerful UV lights designed to turn the troll into stone. As night falls, Jerry continues his rampage, even eating people. Chris and the helicopters move in, attacking Jerry with UV light in an attempt to weaken him. But to their shock, it doesn't work. The troll keeps moving, unstoppable, as the situation spirals out of control. The troll grows even more violent after the attack. In a fit of rage, he rips an electric tower straight out of the ground and hurls it through the air. The tower slams into a helicopter, killing one of Chris's closest friends. Witnessing this loss pushes Chris over the edge. Blinded by anger, he wants revenge and becomes determined to kill the troll at any cost. Nora steps in and reminds everyone of the truth. Trolls weren't born monsters. Humans turned them into one. As the team argues about what to do next, Nora finally speaks up and says she has an idea. She leads everyone deep into the mountains to a massive cave. There, they discover something unbelievable. Jerry isn't the only troll. Another troll lives there, and unlike Jerry, he is gentle and peaceful. Nora reveals that she met this troll years ago and has visited him many times. He became her friend. She then shares a painful truth. Humans wiped out all the trolls in these mountains. This one survived because he was just a baby at the time. Over the last 100 years, he grew into a giant. Nora named him Nature. Nora recites a poem and asks Nature to help stop Jerry. Trusting her, Nature agrees and goes to meet him. But Jerry's hatred for humans runs too deep. He refuses to listen. In anger, Jerry stomps the ground, cracking the ice beneath Nature's feet. Nature falls into the freezing water below. Watching this, Nora is devastated, believing her friend has drowned. Jerry walks away, unstoppable once again. Soon, Nora realizes Jerry's true destination, Trondheim, the place connected to St. Olaf. Nora, Chad, and the team race after him. Everyone knows St. Olaf's tomb is somewhere inside the church, but it has been missing for centuries. Using their knowledge and instincts, Nora and Chad examine a painting and discover 3 hidden markings. They place wooden sticks into the marks, causing a secret wall to rotate open. Behind it lies Olaf's preserved body. Inside his clothing, they find a silver sword and a letter. The other half of the letter was kept in the lab where Jerry was imprisoned. When they piece both parts together, the truth is finally revealed. History was wrong. St. Olaf never ordered the trolls to be killed. He only wanted to relocate them so humans and trolls could live in peace. But the church disobeyed him, slaughtered the trolls, and then blamed Olaf to cover up their crime. To hide the truth completely, they killed Olaf and concealed his grave. Nora now understands Jerry's goal. He's heading to Trondheim to avenge his fallen kind. To stop him, Nora remembers the troll's greatest weakness, holy water. Beneath the church lies a massive underground lake filled with it. Working together, Nora, the civilians, and the army create weapons using the holy water. When Jerry arrives that night, church bells ring out, weakening him, and holy water bombs are thrown. But instead of stopping him, the attacks only enrage Jerry further, causing even more destruction. Just when everything seems lost, nature rises from the water, alive. Nora is overwhelmed with relief. Nature steps forward, determined to stop Jerry himself. The 2 massive trolls clash in the middle of the town, shaking everything around them. Nora's team realizes the holy water must reach Jerry's heart, not just his body. But hitting his heart is nearly impossible. They have only 1 holy water bomb left, and Jerry won't stop moving. With no other options, Chad makes the ultimate decision. He chooses to sacrifice himself. Despite everyone's heartbreak, Chad takes the bomb and leaps from a helicopter toward Jerry. At first, the plan fails. Knowing he may not survive, Chad calls his wife to say goodbye, asking her to tell their unborn child how much he loved them. With one final act of courage, Chad forces the bomb into Jerry's mouth. The explosion lights up Jerry's chest on the inside. A glowing crack forms his heart as his massive body begins to crumble. At the same time, nature grabs the exposed heart and throws it away. Jerry collapses and dies. The battle is finally over. Humanity survives, and the truth about the trolls is finally revealed. After the battle, Nora and her team are heartbroken over Chad's sacrifice. His death weighs heavily on them. But because of what he did, humanity is finally safe. In the final moments of the movie, the story jumps ahead by several months. Chad's son is born, a quiet reminder that his legacy lives on. The team gathers at Nora's house, trying to find some sense of peace after everything they've been through. Suddenly, the ground begins to shake. For a moment, it feels like another disaster is about to strike. Nora looks outside and sees nature approaching. This time, there is no fear. Humans now understand the truth. The troll is not an enemy. Nature openly helps people and no longer hides from the world. For the first time in centuries, trolls and humans live side by side as friends once again. Still, the ending carries a sense of uncertainty. No one knows how long this fragile peace will last. In the final shot, we see a professor secretly keeping a small troll inside a laboratory. The creature is slowly growing, and the professor watches it closely. The movie ends on this unsettling note, leaving us with one final question. Has history truly been corrected, or is it about to repeat itself?